Welcome back, guys. So right now, let's talk about the final edit. So this is what we were working on. This is the clip we were working on, and now we want to talk about the final edit. So from the SOP here, remember we have an SOP we followed, and coming back to the SOP, you see that we have captions to be synced. So we're going to work on that first. Then we're going to ensure all these things are perfect. So I have the full clip right now. So this is the full clip right here, as you can see from the processes we went through. So we could actually have the tests now. So I'll come to the test part of CapCut, which is right here. So I'll come to test, and here in test, you see auto captions. So I'm going to use the auto captions to automatically add captions to the clip or the animated movie or video. So here we have English, we have all these things. So we're going to generate this right now. So let's generate it right away. And this way, captions will be generated automatically. So once I have the caption generated automatically, then I can now cross this, that this has been done. So I can cross it to red. So we have captions accurately sync, but we're going to design the caption and ensure that there will be no spelling errors, and all this would be ensured. So we're going to have these and captions done together. So that way we'll be able to reach almost the end of the final edit. So basically you've learned how to do all this in no time. So we are generating the caption right now and currently is in 11%. So the next thing we are going to do is to make sure the video is exported correctly. And once it's exported correctly, we have all this concluded. So recommended tools, like I said, this is an optional session, but I had to add it. You need to get Gemini, ChatGPT, and Google Docs, which is free. This is free. ChatGPT 2 is free. Gemini is free to some extent, and we have the voiceover generator as well. We have the image generator. Yes, so this will be image generator as well. So we have this, and we have image to video, which we used Grok, and the video edit we used CapCut. So everything can be gotten on this website. This website I introduced you to earlier on, bladcreative.com. You could still come here to get your tools at discounted rates if you have to. So you don't need a lot of tools. You get Gemini. You might not need the premium of ChatGPT, but if you have the money to buy all these at discounted rates, yes, you can get them. So we have all these basically as a creator, so you can get all these things at a discounted rate here on Blood Creative Hub. As you can see, we have ChatGPT Plus, we have Canva. Yes, in the next session we're going to talk about comics, and you will need Canva for that. So these are tools you need to get for whatever you are trying to do. You could replace CapCut with something like this. You could get ChatGPT Business for 1 year. You could get Filmora, you could get Camtasia, Leonardo AI. So if you have the resources to get all these, you could get them, and you could go on to create your animation, movie, videos, ads, comic book, and all those things. So let's go back to what we're generating. So the auto caption is being generated and currently is 45%. So we're going to wait for that to get to 100% before we proceed right now. We have the final caption right now, and right now we can work on the auto caption. So when you check, you see that
In the late 19th century, this was the domain of Okonkwo.
okay, so perfect. So what we want to do is to get the template. So you have your caption right here after auto caption. Then you can go to template right now to make sure the template matches. So you could use any of these templates. So we have different templates right here. All you have to do is to choose the template that works for you. And let's see this. So let's see this template. So it changes all the template of the caption. So let's see what we have now.
In the late 19th century, this was the domain of Okonkwo.
Okay, perfect. So we have a good caption right now. So we could actually listen to what we've done so far and see how we can improve it. So far we have this. So let's see what we have right now.
In the late 19th century, this was the domain of Okonkwo, a man who clawed his way to greatness from absolute nothingness.
So we have to ensure that the tests are correct.
In the late 19th century, this was the domain of Okonkwo, a man who clawed his way to greatness from absolute nothingness. Driven by a deep-seated shame of his father, Onoka, a gentle.
Okay, so that name is not correct. So what you do is to come to captions. So I'm going to come to captions right now. Then you see where the names are. So right now we have this, so I can go up right now and see where we are currently. So Unoka is Unoka, I think. So now let's play.
Driven by a deep-seated shame of his father, Onoka, a gentle, flute-playing man remembered only for his debts and idleness, Okonkwo swore to be everything his father was not. Through sheer brute force and relentless courage, he became a celebrated wrestling champion, a wealthy young farmer, and a feared leader in his village.
A wealthy yam farmer, not young farmer. It is a wealthy yam farmer, if I'm not mistaken. Let me look for the script right now. So we are at this phase of proper resolution. We are trying to see there are no spelling errors in test overlays, and that's what we're trying to look at right now. So coming back to my main script, I want to check the script to be sure that what we are being what we captioned is the same as what is being displayed. So let's see what the script is like. So the script right here says a well celebrated yam farmer, wealthy yam farmer. This is what I was saying. So I have to come back here to correct that. So it has to be yam farmer. So it has to be yam farmer. That is perfect. So I'm going to go
A
on.
wealthy young farmer, and a feared leader in his village. But beneath the veneer of his fierce success, a quiet darkness festered. Okonkwo's crippling fear of failure and weakness hardened his heart, turning him
Okay. Fear and failure hardened his heart. That's what this is. So beneath a quite festered failure hardened his heart. So it's hardened his heart. So we have to correct that as well. We have to correct that. So it's going to be hardened his heart. It's hardened, okay, hardened his heart. Okay, so let's have it.
in his heart, turning him into a volatile tyrant within his own compound. Umofia,
So now the name of the village, which is Umufia here. So we're going to make sure it's correct. That's how to go about the spelling overlay. So we're going to make sure this is correct as well. And that is, so let's go.
Umofia, too, was unyielding, bound by strict traditional laws. This god is a symbol of
Okay, so now this god is a symbol of our strength. Okay, yeah. That's
this
correct.
god is a symbol of our strength. Take it.
I will, Father.
Guard it well. One such law brought Ikomafuna,
Okay, so now one such law brought Ikemefuna. So the name is Ikemefuna, which is spelled wrongly. So we're going to make sure that is correct as well. So it's Ikemefuna. Yes, Ikemefuna. So we'll come back here to input that, and that would replace Ikemefuna right there. So let's see. So that's what we have.
One such law brought Ikomafuna, a young hostage from a neighboring clan, into Okonkwo's home. For 3 years, the boy became like a son to him. Yet, when the oracle decreed that Ikomafuna must
Okay, so now this should be changed. This should be corrected.
be sacrificed, Okonkwo dealt the fatal blow himself, terrified that his peers might think him weak. It was a choice that fractured his soul, casting a heavy, unshakable shadow of guilt over his life. The earth goddess was not done with him. Tragedy struck again during a chaotic funeral celebration when Okonkwo's gun accidentally exploded, killing a clansman. For this inadvertent crime, traditional law demanded severe punishment. The proud, fiercely masculine warrior was stripped of his titles and exiled with his family to his mother's ancestral village for 7 long years. During his bitter exile, the world outside began to shift irreversibly. This land and its people are now under our protection. You will follow our ways. White missionaries infiltrated the surrounding lands, preaching of a single, all-loving God, a message that threatened to unravel the complex tapestry of Umofia's ancient.
Okay, so now the the name of the village right now should be corrected. So it says this, yes, these Umufia's ancient deities. So let's copy this and let's come back here to make sure that is correct. So we come back here to make sure this is correct. So I'm going to have this. Yes. So let's go.
a complex tapestry of Umuofia's ancient deities and social hierarchy. They didn't just build churches, they welcomed the outcast, the marginalized, and eventually, Okonkwo's own eldest son, Moi.
Children, this is a sacred place of learning. You must listen and learn well. Do you understand?
Okonkwo watched from afar, consumed by a raging contempt. To him, this new religion was a disease destroying the very foundation of his identity. When his 7 years of exile finally ended, Okonkwo returned to an unrecognizable Umuofia. The village was deeply divided, its heart infected by the colonizers' new government and courts. Okonkwo's tragedy rapidly became the tragedy of his entire culture.
Forward, my brothers! We march with just standing on our way!
Desperate to salvage the old ways, he tried to incite his people to war, drawing his machete and striking down a colonial court messenger in a final act of roaring defiance. But as the messenger fell, Okonkwo looked to his clan and was met only with shocked silence. In that devastating moment, he realized Umuofia would not.
So this is Mufia, which is not correct. So I'm going to replace that and make sure it's correct. Okay.
In that devastating moment, he realized Umuofia would not fight. The old ways had crumbled. A man whose entire existence was defined by tradition and strength, Okonkwo chose to end his life by his own hand rather than submit to the white man's law. It was an act considered a profound abomination by the very culture he fought to protect, leaving him an outcast in death.
So there we have it, and maybe at the very end we can add a test that says the end. So let's see different test effects. So I'll come to test effects right now to see if we can get a test that says the end. And here we are. So we have this right now. So I could input this and say the end. So this will be the end of what we just did. So let's see how this comes forth. So I'm going to have something like this. Okay, so let me just delete this. Let me delete this and let me have something like this. So I'm going to have this copied and I'm going to have it pasted right now. So this is where I'm going to paste this. So I'm going to paste it right now, and right here I'm going to say the end. Okay, so this is the end, which is fair enough. So I'm going to no, you now apply this. So I'm going to come right here. So I want to ensure that it doesn't affect the other caption. So this test will be the end. Yes. So we're going to have the end, and you have your animation where you can do a lot of things. So let's see what we have right now. So it's going to be the end, and we want an animation to follow it. So let's see what the animation will be about. So I think this is better. So let's see what this will be about. So I'm going to download this for this. So let's have this way. Okay, so let's play that and let's see.
Leaving him an outcast in death.
Okay, perfect. So there we are. So we have this right now, and all we have to do now is to export our video. So we'll be able to create a full video right now with the help of CapCut, and right now we want to do the proper resolution and format, which has to do with the export. So we have this right now, and call to action could be your subscribe button and all those things, but I didn't add that because the video could sit where in other places. So here we have a full video being done, and you could use this trick to do any other video. So right now let's export this. So I'm going to click on export. Since we have the video, we have everything intact, so you could have this played from
In
beginning,
the late 19th century,
but I don't have the time to play this right now, so all I have to do is to export right away. So I'm going to click on export just to finalize the final edit. So you could actually work on your thumbnail right now. So I could click on edit cover to work on my thumbnail right now. So let's see how the thumbnail comes into play. So here we are. So what I will do now, because I want to work on this thumbnail, I'll off this for now because I want to work on the thumbnail first, so I can show track or I can hide it. So currently I'm hiding it. So I'm going to click on export right now, and having to click on export, I want to click on edit cover to get a thumbnail out of this. So I can do this, I can do this. Yes. So let's see. So let's see. I think something like this would be better. Okay, or let's go to the fighting scene. So let's see what we have. Okay, so let's see where it was coming back because it has to do with things fall apart. Okay, so let's see the striking part of this. Okay, so let's have this. So let's say things fall apart. So let's edit this cover right now. So I want to edit the cover right away. And what we have to do is to look for a test that would do that. So let's see, you can design with AI. What do you want to design today? So we want to design. I want to use the CapCut AI. Design a thumbnail that says things fall apart. Okay. So let's say things fall apart. Okonko's nightmare. Okonko's greatest. Okay, so we can have greatest nightmare. So let's have something like this. Let's say Okonko greatest nightmare. So we're going to have this right now, and here we are. So let's see what the AI designs for us if we can have something like that. So let's wait for that. But understood, I will design a thumbnail featuring the text things fall apart. So let's see what the AI designs for us at the very end. So let's wait for that. So this is the design being worked on. But what I wanted doing is to add a text myself without using the AI. But let's see what the AI gives us if that is good enough. If it's not good enough, we're going to add a test ourselves and see how that goes. So right now the thumbnail is being designed right away. So while I wait that, let's see what this would bring. Let's see what would happen with the design AI thumbnail that we're going to have. So let's see. So here we have it, and right now look at it right here. So this is the wow, I think this is very good. So I'm going to use this right now. Yes, I'm going to use this. So this is what we're going to use as the thumbnail. So let's save this and our let's have our video exported. So we have a thumbnail designed with AI, which is very simple and very easy with CapCut Pro. So here we have it, and this is very good. So I'm going to name it things fall apart. Yes. So now we can export. Every other thing is okay. Your resolution is 4K. Every other thing looks good. So we can have it exported right now. So let's have this exported, and here we're going to be able to export the video in full. So that is how to go about creating a full video clip and having your video completed, joining the clips all together. And this is a full animation kind of movie, and now we have that right away. So we are waiting for this to get exported, by the way. And once we have it exported, now we can go on to do whatever we want to do with the video. We can go upload it on YouTube, we can go upload it on TikTok, you can go upload it on Instagram, or go upload it on any other social media platform you want to use it. You can create ads as well with this and see how it goes for you. I hope to see you on the next one. Bye for now.